In this video, we are looking at problems involving value for money. Here we've got some prices and promotions on ketchup at 3 shops: Fresh Stores, Local Mart and USave. Question 1 is asking us if ketchup is better value for money at Fresh Stores or Local Mart. So for this question, we're not really interested in USave over here. Now, what does better value for money mean in this context? Well, there are 2 ways of thinking about it. One way to think about it is that if you're getting better value for money, it means you are getting more milliliters of ketchup for each pound you spend. Another way you could think of it is that you are spending less per milliliter of ketchup you buy. In other words, it's a lower cost per milliliter. So, to work out value for money, what you want to do is either work out milliliters per pound or cost per milliliter. If you choose the first option, then the one that's better value for money will be the one that gives you more milliliters per pound. And if you choose the second option, then the one that gives you better value for money is the one that costs less per milliliter of ketchup. Now, it doesn't matter which option you go for, but in this question, I'm going to go for milliliters per pound. I want to see how much ketchup you get for each pound you spend. Let's start with Fresh Stores. I'm going to abbreviate that to FS. Now, there's a special offer that means you get 3 bottles for the price of 2. So the price of 2 bottles is 2 lots of £1.50, which is £3. And for that price, you're going to get 3 bottles. You're going to get 3 lots of these 500 milliliter bottles, which works out to 1,500 milliliters. So I'm going to write that out here. You get 1,500 milliliters for £3. So how many milliliters is that per pound? Well, if £3 gets you that much, £1 is going to get you 1/3 of that much. So I can use proportional reasoning here to see that I would get 500 milliliters for £1, which means I can write this as 500 milliliters per pound. Let's compare this with Local Mart, which I will abbreviate to LM. Now, we've got a multi-pack offer here where we get 5 bottles for £4.95. Now, 5 bottles is 5 times 500 milliliters, which gives us 2,500 milliliters in total. So we get 2,500 milliliters, and that is the cost of this multi-pack, which is £4.95. Now, we want to work out how many milliliters we get per £1. So we need to divide by 4.95. Working that out, we get 2,500 divided by 4.95, which gives us 505.05 milliliters. This is actually rounded to 2 decimal places, but it's good enough. We can see that this number here is actually greater than this number here. We are getting more milliliters per pound at Local Mart, which means Local Mart is better value for money. In this question, we need to work out if USave is better value for money than either Fresh Stores or Local Mart. I'm just going to copy the answers from the previous question so we can see straight away that at Fresh Stores, we get 500 milliliters per pound. At Local Mart, we get 505.05 milliliters per pound. And all you need to do now is work out how many milliliters we get per pound at USave. And then you can compare that to what we got for Fresh Stores and for... Pause the video and have a go. Okay, at USave, we get 750 milliliters for £1.55. So per pound, what do we get? Well, we need to divide by 1.55 here, which means we need to divide by 1.55 here. 750 divided by 1.55 gives us 483.87 millilitres for £1. So that's 483.87 millilitres per pound. Now, I have rounded this to 2 decimal places, but it's good enough to see that we are not getting as many millilitres per pound as we're getting at either of the other shops. So USave is not better value for money than either Fresh Stores or Local Mart.